7 reasons you should start to speak less and listen more. Welcome to Getting Better Daily. Speaking and listening in a balanced way are imperative in our world. The noise of useless words that many of us are throwing away in an attempt to get a grip of someone else's attention creates a thick fog that really makes it difficult to actually understand each other. Ironically, the more we talk, the less we are able to communicate. We have been blessed with a precious gift, the gift of talking, the gift of language, the gift of being able to express our feelings, emotions, ideas, or plan into something called word. But as with every other gift, overusing it may lead to unexpected results. The way we communicate with others says a lot about us, even when we don't say a word. Our expressions, the tone of our voice, and how much or little we say. These are all indications of the type of person you are. People can be divided based on many criteria. Introvert and extrovert, loud and shy, talkers and listeners. In this video, I'll show you the benefit of speaking less and listening more, and improving the way you communicate with the world. Here are 7 reasons you should start to speak less and listen more. Number 1, think twice before you say something. Another thing why you should keep an eye on how much you talk is because sometimes you might just say something that you don't mean or something unintentionally wrong, and you will regret it for a long time. We often open our mouth without really knowing what we are going to say. Sometimes we improvise and it may turn out right, but most of the time we are just shouting randomly about a topic without any quality contribution to the conversation. The result, no one really listening to us. It might be in the heat of the moment or because you didn't really know what exactly to say. But we all know how bad it can be when you say something you don't mean, just because you didn't really think about how it will affect the other person. Take a deep breath before you respond, no matter how urgent the answer may look. Think for a while. Keep in mind the thought that you really have many options, not just one. Ponder, and your answer will not only be well thought out, but people will be more apt to listen. Some words hurt more than you can imagine. They paint a different picture of you and might leave the wrong impression, even if your intentions were good. To avoid this kind of situations, you need to evaluate the situation properly. Think twice before you say something aloud and then say it. Number 2, stop trying to impress others. If you are talking with the purpose of impressing others, this needs to stop right now. Your worth is not measured by the words you say, but through your deeds. Instead, you need to focus on yourself and doing the best you can to become a better version of yourself, for yourself. In life, impressing others should be your least concern. There will be people who like you and those who don't, no matter what you say. So stop bragging about your achievements, your status, or how great you are. Sometimes, being quiet says much more than you think. After all, a person who is truly successful won't feel the need to talk about himself or herself. They will know exactly what to do to catch the attention without saying a word. And if you really want to impress someone, then instead of talking, start doing something. The right deed speaks more about you than you could ever say. Number 3, listening before jumping to conclusions. I know that it's sometimes difficult to follow a longer conversation. As humans, we can focus on more extended periods of time, and eventually, we lose interest. But if you want to be considerate and listen to the person in front of you, you can do a few things that might help you install these habits in your life. One of the habits that you have to get rid of is looking at your phone while someone is talking to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be your phone, but you get my point. Instead, make occasional eye contact, but don't overdo it, as it can be easily awkward and show signs that you're interested in what the person is saying. However, you genuinely need to be interested in the conversation. If you are not, then politely excuse yourself, but don't expect that person to listen to you speaking. One way to stay interested is to think about what the other person is trying to say. Don't think about what you are going to answer once the person stops talking before he or she actually stops. Instead, actively think about the information you are receiving without being judgmental, and remember to keep an open mind. Really listening means not only giving time to the other to finish his speech, but also the exercise of borrowing his perspective. Listening means to actually see things from their point of view. Everyone has a story to tell, and when you speak less, you have more time to understand other people and learn more about life. Number 4, you won't reveal anything you will later regret. If you don't share a piece of information today, you can always share it tomorrow. Conversely, if you do share a piece of information today, you can never take it back again. How many times have you revealed something and then later wished you hadn't, or expressed a thought you might have kept to yourself? We all had these experiences one time or another. The less you say, the smaller the chances you share information and later wish you hadn't. You won't say anything dumb. Abraham Lincoln said, "Better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak out and remove all doubts." I'm not suggesting you remain silent all the time, but it's all too easy to speak thoughtlessly, with insufficient information or out of wrong assumptions. That can make you look less intelligent than you are, and you will minimize the chances of happening if you listen more than you speak. Number 5, limit yourself to what's important. Information overload created by the internet revolution is not about the quantity of the information available out there, but merely about the relevance of that information. Every time you update your Facebook timeline or publish a blog post, or you simply open your mouth to say something, you are adding up to this fog. Have you ever tried to contemplate if what you are saying is really that important? Sometimes, silence is really golden. Too often, the reason we are talking is simply just to hear our voices. No matter if we do this out loud, by writing emails or updating our Twitter. Imagine how silent it would be out there if we could just limit ourselves only to what's really important. Getting up from the couch and do a short team jog, watching the sunset together, silently playing a game or having a meal. All these are actions that, apart from the main benefit of enjoying life, have also a secondary, very important outcome. They help you understand other people better. Number 6, create a better reality. When you speak less, you do more. Your focus switches from talking to doing. While talking and expressing your feelings is important, doing is equally important. If you could reframe yourself from talking for 5 minutes a day in a month, you would have gained 2.5 hours for yourself. What will you do with this time? Whatever you want, of course. You can go to the gym, cook for your spouse, craft something in the garage, coach someone, help a neighbor, you name it. As long as your goal is to make the world a better place, doing will always beat speaking. Write more. If you write, you are more accountable. Written words last more than spoken words. Also, you will clear your mind without the help of someone else. When you are writing, something very interesting will happen. It will force you to listen to yourself. You will be exposed to your own thoughts and emotions. You will get to know yourself better, or to be more precise, you will start to discover who you are. Number 7, when you do speak, people will listen. Who do you listen to more closely? Someone who never shuts up, or someone who only speaks once in a while? As with anything else, the law of supply and demand holds true. If you constantly share your opinions, no one will seek them out. If you only say what you are thinking on occasions, or only make a point one time instead of over and over, your words are more likely to have more weight. To be clear, I'm not suggesting that you always keep your opinion to yourself. The people around you need to know what you are thinking. Doubtly so if you're in a leadership role. But if you spend more time listening than you do speaking, so that the people you are speaking to feel more understood and bonded with you, when you do speak your mind, they will be listening much more closely. Remember, treat people the way you want to be treated. If you want someone to listen to whatever you have to say, you will need to do the same to them. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more awesome videos like this. Turn on the post notification to get notified anytime we drop a new video. Keep getting better and have a nice day.